Welcome to this tutorial on the octaves accompaniment pattern for the left hand. Instead of playing a single note in the left hand, as you would have seen in my bass note tutorial, you can play an octave. An octave is basically playing two notes, one an octave higher than the other. So you would play the notes together like this. So this pattern can be used in the same way as our bass note accompaniment pattern. Now, you might want to be careful when you play octaves. I would not recommend playing octaves all the time. I usually alternate between octaves and a single note, and I'll show you that a little bit later on, because if you play octaves for a long period of time, especially if you have small hands, your hands could easily start developing some tension and pain, and we don't want that. So the easiest way to prevent that is to vary the accompaniment patterns that you use in the left hand. But let me show you the octaves pattern. Basically, the octaves pattern looks like this. So instead of just playing a single note in the left hand, we are playing an octave. So let me show you this pattern in the song Majesty. Majesty, Majesty, your grace has found me just as I am. Empty-handed but alive in your hands. Now, as I explained earlier, when I play this song, I probably would not play octaves all the time, because when your hand is spread very far apart like this, you can easily develop some tension and cramps, and we don't want that. So what we're going to do is I like to alternate between playing an octave and then just playing a single note. And then I might go play it. In this case, I'll probably just play a single note, I might play an octave here. So I'm kind of alternating how I play it. Now, you can alternate however you want. You could play octave, single note, octave, single note. You could just play octave, single, single, single. You could play it any way you want. So feel free to experiment with that and see what works for you. But let me play the second half of the song Majesty and show you how I might alternate using octaves versus single notes. Majesty, Majesty, forever I am changed by your love, in the presence of your Majesty. Now I used a couple different patterns there, so you can feel free to kind of experiment with that and see what you think sounds good. Let's also try our octave pattern in Waymaker. So I'm going to play down here. You can just barely see my octave down here. Actually, I'm going to move it up. I'll play it right here so you can see it. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. So you can hear how the left hand octaves pattern gives a little more fullness to what you are playing. So that is the end of our tutorial today on the octaves accompaniment pattern for the left hand.